Atlanta United Fan TV here with Tanner. It's a 3-0 win, and well, we take advantage of a Zlatan-less Galaxy. And left a little bit desired on the finishing end, but all in all, 3 points nonetheless.
Yeah, absolutely. You had to get the 3 points that puts Atlanta United into first place right now. Philadelphia played tonight against DC, so I hope they lose. Atlanta United's goal difference is much better than theirs at this point. It's at plus 12. It could have been better. I think Atlanta United created a lot of chances, but the finishing, like you said, it just wasn't there. You have to take advantage of games like that, though, and really pad the goal difference. With the team, it looked confident, but the big thing is Zlatan wasn't there. And I think there's one team in MLS where if you take away their best player, they can't do anything. It's the Galaxy. Because without Zlatan, they're nothing. I mean, he goes up top, and Miles Robinson was just bullying them the whole night whenever they tried playing long. Zlatan, that doesn't happen. They created some chances in the first half that they did not take advantage of when they were in loads of space. Zlatan takes those chances. So he wasn't there, and they got the 3 points, which is the important part. But at the same time, there's a bit of a caveat there. So you can't be overly excited, but still, good win, first place right now, can't be mad.
Yeah. Now, Guillermo Barros Schelotto was kind of the candidate against Frank de Boer as the last two, pretty much, for the Atlanta United job. Now, is this kind of a mano a mano? You see why there is a reason, even if you don't have Zlatan, you still got to try to manage the game a little bit. It seems like they were kind of bereft of ideas.
No, every time I've watched the Galaxy this year, their tactics have been give it to Zlatan and let him do something. I've not been impressed with Schelotto. He hasn't really done anything that was creative. He hasn't come up with any ideas that have made me think, okay, he's a very astute manager that can work some magic. So, that being said, obviously De Boer still has his issues, but between the two of them, it's hard to say if we made the better choice right now. There's still a lot of season to go, but I've not been impressed with GBS at Galaxy, so I'm not too fussed about not getting him. But, again, they didn't really do anything special, Galaxy. I think De Boer is starting to let the players be a bit more assertive and aggressive, starting with Barco and PT on the field work. I thought both of them played well. I thought PT actually did really, really well today. He was allowed to be up high and wide, trying to exploit that space, and that's where the first goal came from. So I think De Boer slowly maybe starting to let them be a little bit more aggressive and attacking. He has to, but had you had Schelotto, I don't even know if you would have had a real plan.
This comes after the kind of almost aftermath of the comments at the All-Star break, and then a little bit of the talk before that as well, between LGP, PT, and all that, and Frank de Boer. You think there's any sort of fallout with that you see on the field?
I think PD played one of his best games he played for Atlanta United so far tonight. He was getting stuck in. He was being physical. He wasn't going down easy. When he went down, he got back up. I thought he played really well, and it was an improved performance. And if he continues to perform at that level, this team will continue to get better. And he had a couple of slip balls into Joseph that Joseph just couldn't put away. And then same with Barco. Barco played well. And then with LGP, I didn't even feel like he was missed tonight because Pogba played so well. And he was so composed on the ball and looks comfortable on the left side, being left-footed. So, there was a lot of good individual performances tonight. But as a team, I think, again, the finishing wasn't great. There was still some improvement to be had. But it's a step in the right direction. You just have to keep doing that. But there's two big matches in the next week. You go on the road into semifinal to Orlando. You cannot lose that match. It is a must-win. Anything less than a win is unacceptable. And then you have what I think is one of the most important matches of the season against NYCFC at home. If you win that game, you nullify one of the games in hand that they have by beating them. And that really puts you in a much more secure position to be at the top of the Eastern Conference.
Because right now we are.
Right, because right now Atlanta United is. Obviously, again, you still have Philly and DC to play tonight. I kind of want to draw, even though that would put Philly back first, but both would drop points. But we'll see what happens there. But Atlanta United, they are in first for the moment. But I think that has more to do with how inconsistent and poor the East have been. But again, today, 3-0, 3 points. You wish they could have scored from open play without Galaxy scoring for us. But 3 points is 3 points. On to the next one.